I don't know if you guys can tell by like my face or vibe, but random dudes like to come up and talk at me about Bitcoin. I was walking down the street the other day, and this guy stopped me. He's like, "Hey, man, do you think that crypto is the future of currency?" Which is like what his mouth said, but what his eyes said were like, "Hey, Jew, where'd you hide the internet gold?" Do you know what I mean? I'm feeling good. I live on the West Side. Any West Siders here? I would assume most of you. What the hell else would you be doing out here? I just moved. I moved to Venice. I love it. It's great. I'm really trying to spruce the place up. You know, make it my own. Doing a lot of shopping on Facebook Marketplace. You guys fuck with Facebook Marketplace? I love Facebook Marketplace, man. One thing I have noticed is every listing that I've gotten something from, one thing I've noticed is a pattern. Every listing seems to be posted by like a girl who just moved in with like a guy like a month ago and is now slowly in the process of getting rid of all of his shit she hates that he loved. Facebook Marketplace is just a graveyard of men's original personalities. Do you know what I mean? Which is great for me because now I have like 8 samurai swords and like 4 Pulp Fiction posters and somehow 0 bed frame still. It's great. I brought a girl back to my place recently. It was great. She was looking around and she was like, "Yeah, I don't know if I feel safe." And I was like, "Oh, no, you're very safe. I have a katana within arm's reach of me at all times. If someone were to break in, I would cut them down with a single strike." And she's like, "I'm gonna go." And I'm like, "That's fair. That's totally fair. Take a Pulp Fiction poster on the way out. It's in Japanese. How are you doing, sir? You seem very stoic and intense. You seem like you have to take a big shit right now. Like a really big shit, but you're stuck in the front row, so you can't take that shit, but you're just holding it in, locked eyes with me. I appreciate you." I actually just got back from a trip. I was in Colombia, and boy, am I happy to be shitting regular again. Holy shit, like, you do not know how much you appreciate just like a solid log. Like a solid log. And so you've had like 5 days of Jackson Pollock on porcelain. Do you know what I mean? Right? Like I don't speak Spanish, but my asshole hablas Español, you know? Like my stomach felt like an upside down question mark. Does that just like, ¿Por qué? Ay, Dios mío, Santa Maria. No, it was very cool. I was there for a wedding. It was interesting. It was a very Catholic wedding, which was crazy. One thing I've noticed, it's interesting. I don't know if you've ever noticed. Why is it like the poorer the country you're in, the better Jesus' abs are? Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, thank you. Like, if you've been to some grand, august cathedral in Italy, like the son of a god he's got kind of a pooch. He's a little bit of a fatty, you know, a little bit too much water into wine belly. Do you know what I mean? And you can tell he's kind of looking down like ashamed, kind of like, "Don't look at me, I'm disgusting. Father, help me." I don't fucking know. But if you go to a church in the jungles of Colombia, it's just fucking Antonio Banderas on the cross. Just fucking 14-pack, 1-pack for each station of the cross. I'm like, why is this Jesus hung? I mean, he's hung, but he's like hung. This fucking 1-foot Jesus has an 8-inch cock. He's like, "Amigo, it's called CrossFit." And I'm like, oh God. I'm like, no wonder Latina mothers love Jesus so much. I'm like, every abuelita here is fucking sweating from above the knees and I don't know why. Oh man, it's interesting too because like I'm Jewish, and one thing that Catholics and Jews share in common is like a mother's guilt. Is one thing but here's the difference. Here's the difference between Jewish guilt and Catholic guilt. Catholic guilt is when your mother judges you because you will never be as good as Jesus. But Jews, we don't have Jesus. So a Jewish mother's guilt is when she makes you feel guilty for not being as good as every other Jewish son. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like, you could never be as good as Christ, but I could be better than Joey from down the street who's a doctor now. Because that's a very niche reference. Anyway, you know, not the most Jewish-looking crowd, if I'm being honest. A lot of fucking Aryans in here. A lot of fucking Aryans. Anyway, It was weird. It was a very Aryan wedding too. Like it was a I don't know when your grandparents came to the South America kind of wedding. Do you know what I mean? Like Pop definitely gets uncomfortable watching Charlie Chaplin kind of wedding. Do you know what I mean? Actually, it was really funny. There was a moment at the wedding. They were trying to make it a little bit more like non-Christian, a little bit more like agnostic friendly. And there's a point where like, hey, I want everybody to put their hands on their hearts and then send energy to the bride and the groom. So I watched a crowd filled of half blonde-haired, blue-eyed people just send their love and affection out to the bride and groom. I don't want to send love. I'm just saying Elon makes mistakes sometimes, okay? Sometimes it is just sending love. Anyway, funny thing that happened on the way back, I was going through customs. And I actually got pulled over for additional screening, which was like, fuck, you know? Like, what? Fuck. I did come back from Colombia, you know what I mean? But no, they took me over, they searched my bag, and it was totally fine. And I was like, so what the hell? Why did you pick me for additional screening? He's like, and the TSA guy just said very calmly, very casually, like, yeah, sometimes when we see like single guys by themselves coming from a Latin American country, we scan them for additional screening. I was like, how the fuck did the NSA know I didn't get laid at that wedding? Like, I am furious. Even the dogs could smell I got no bitches. What the hell? Like, you think getting in trouble for cocaine is bad? Try having a TSA agent rummage through your toiletry bag and find the unopened box of condoms that you so confidently put in there at the beginning of the trip, thinking you're gonna use all 3 of those rib for her pleasures, okay? You know what I'm talking about. You seem like a rib for her pleasure guy. Hell yeah, dude. This guy just hits it raw. I guess you fucking hit it raw. I see you, brother. Respect. No, man, I was just like, dude, just give me the cavity search. At least I'll feel something. You know what I mean? I'm single, obviously, if you couldn't tell. People say dating in LA is hard, and it is, but it's not because of the people. I love the people in this city. The reason LA dating is hard is because LA is the only city where you have to factor in shit like the price of gas into every relationship. Like, love here is not about looks or personality. You get me, right? Love here is about logistics. And like, logistically speaking, I don't know if I have the dick to compete with these gas prices. I don't know if I have $8 a gallon dick. Do you know what I mean? Like, do you know your DPG, sir? Right? Is it city or highway? Like, can your inflation outpace inflation? That's what we need to know this fiscal quarter. I don't know. I think I have like $5 a gallon dick. Maybe like $5.73 if I do my deep hip lunges. I'm trying to date a girl with a Tesla. Maybe a Costco card, anything to keep these prices low. I don't know. I'm being honest with you guys. I'll admit something. I had a wet dream last night. Yeah, I'm in my 30s. I forgot I could do that, okay? Yeah, thank you, sir. Yeah, right? He appreciates it. Dude, his last wet dream is when Reagan was in office. You don't understand. It gets harder and harder and softer, to be honest. We're being real here. But no, for the uninitiated, if you don't know, a wet dream is when your internet search history does an inception on your penis and you come in your sleep. It's like Nightmare on Elm Street, but Freddy Krueger has the same tits as my high school Spanish teacher. Does that Signorina Wimes, anybody? Anyway. But here's the thing. I had a wet dream, it was great. But the problem is I'm in my 30s now, so I don't have the same wet dreams that I had in my 20s, you know? You get a little bit older. You realize, hey, maybe not all your wet dreams are gonna come true. Maybe it's time to start to wet settle a little bit, you know? Like a wet dream in my 30s is just like me naked with a statement from my credit card company that says balance paid in full. Do you know what I mean? Like a wet dream in my 30s, honestly at this point it's just an uninterrupted night of sleep. That's, like I was asleep in my dream and I came so hard I woke up twice. Does that make sense to anybody? I like pizza. Who here likes pizza? Hard pivot, hell yeah. What I love on my pizza, I love red pepper flakes on my pizza. Anybody make some noise for red pepper flakes? Hell yeah. Here's the thing I don't understand. Why does the red pepper flake shaker never have holes big enough for the red pepper flakes. Increase the bandwidth of the holes relevant to the size of the flakes. They got these red pepper flakes in the same fucking spice jail they keep the Parmesan cheese. A Parmesan cheese, what kind of hubris is that? I don't know, so now I have two options. I can go flakeless, not happening, or I can unscrew the cap, tempt the gods of fate, play that most dangerous game, roll them bones, if you will. Dude, I'm not a fucking, look at these hands, I'm not a fucking surgeon. I don't have the tensile grip strength to prevent an avalanche of red pepper from just engulfing my pizza. My pizza, much like, I don't know, the coasts of Florida, swallowed whole by a rising tide of spice. It's a global warming joke, I guess. Honestly, if anybody here works at Fox News, I just think rising tide of spice is a great name for the immigrant crisis. Do you know what I mean? Like tonight on Fox, a rising tide of spice is entering the southern border. And the Democrats want to increase the hole in the wall relevant to the size of the Mexicans. What you and your white Christian family can do at 11. Anyway, moving on. I like weed. Who here likes weed? Make some noise for weed. I love weed. I think LA's got the best weed. I've smoked a lot of weed in a lot of other places. But LA's got some of the best. Because like other places, it's just like what? Indica, sativa, weed that makes you feel happy, weed that makes you feel sleepy. Dude, in LA, they have strains of weed that'll make you forgive your father. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll take a hit of a joint and just be like, yeah, I guess he was just doing the best he could with the tools he had available to him at the time. I should call him. And if you're wondering what kind of weed makes you forgive your mother, it's mushrooms. Weed's not that strong, Mom. I don't know. It's weird times we live in. Like, I don't know. Things are out of whack. Like, there's like senators out there that want to like ban people from using whatever bathroom they want. Like, what are we doing here? Like, the only thing we should be banning in bathrooms is like, you know those motion detector lights with timers? Because I don't know about you, but I have never beaten that timer once. Do you know what I'm talking about? Have you ever been in a public restroom, in a stall, and heard that click that lets you know your shitting experience just went from easy mode to survival mode? Like, I'm not a fucking vegan. I don't shit pellets in a field like a gazelle. I take man shits, all right? And it's not like a cute darkness. There's no like moonlight gently cresting through the window. There's no like My Little Pony friendship is magic nightlight to guide you safely back to bed. It's just you, your thoughts, and if you're lucky, the light from your Wordle. You're 5 out of 6 rows deep. You're not gonna solve it. I just feel like a pioneer shitting in the wilderness. Just fucking wondering when a bear's gonna attack me at any moment. And at some point, I can't even find the toilet paper. I'll just like spit on my hand and make it work. I don't fucking know. I was talking to this girl recently. She said she was a demisexual. Do you guys know what that is? Yeah, I didn't know what that was. And she was like, yeah, so it's actually when you're only sexually attracted to someone if you have an emotional connection with them. I just thought that was love. I'm sorry, but are white women so desperate to be a minority that love is now a gender? Sorry, white women in the audience, but it's true. I was like, you know what? That's fine. I'm a little more old school. I get it. I identify as feudal sexual, which means that I will only have sex with someone with lands and title. So unless your daddy's an archduke, tither along. I'll end on this. I did ask this girl out recently, but she hit me with the I'm not dating anyone right now. Yeah, if you don't know, I'm not dating anyone right now was girl code for I'm not dating any you right ever. That's fine. I'm not mad at her. She kind of handled me like I was like a homeless person asking for $1. Just like, ooh, sorry, I would, but I don't have any pussy on me right now. Oh yeah, I actually left all my pussy in my other wallet. You guys have been awesome. My name's been Max Halpert. Give it up for Maxie, everybody!